back here at the home studio after an insane 7-day trip to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Had an absolute blast at training camp. We're looking good in the new neighborhood though. We're looking updated. We're looking fresh. We got some new wall pieces. Probably my favorite NFL logo of all time. We got a new Lambeau Field hat. My most prized possession though. The thing I'm most proud to have back at the house, make it back in one piece, is this box of touchdown squares. Now a collector's item. I'm so glad to have it here. Thank you, Corey Benke. So today we're going to be talking about the winners and the losers from last night's preseason game at Lambeau Field between the Packers and the Texans. The winner is the Houston Texans and the loser is the Green Bay Packers. Thanks for watching, everybody. All kidding aside, I want to look at two players who had a really good night, made a good argument, a good pitch for them to make the roster or step up in some role, and then two losers who might have stepped down, had a bad game, and all of that good stuff. Let's start off with my first winner, and that is wide receiver Devin Funchess. He had made some really incredible catches. One that was kind of off, but I love that he made a great one-hander for phenomenal catch right there from Devin. He really impressed me. After watching him at camp, I didn't expect him to make all those pass catches. He did get a lot of snaps, a lot more than I expected as well. Stayed in there for a bit longer, but he definitely impressed me. Don't know how much of a new impression, how much new stuff he showed the coaches, but he really took me for a surprise. Let's go to a loser now. This is a very obvious one, and that is cornerback Josh Jackson. I mean, when will this kid get it right? When will he figure it out? It's been 3 years now. Second-round draft pick out of Iowa. The corner in front of him in that draft, Jair Alexander, all-pro, best corner in the league. And then we got Josh Jackson. We're like, oh, man. Back in 2018, we're like, oh, man, they're going to be the next great duo. And, we got one part of it. But Josh Jackson, his rookie year, he struggled to see the field. And when he did, it wasn't that great. 2019, same type of thing. Dealt with some injuries. And then 2020, he stepped in when Kevin Keene had an injury against Tampa Bay. Yikes. Everything about both Tampa Bay games were yikes. And then, last year he had rumblings of a good camp, quietly had a good camp. 2020 this year again, it seems like people were saying he's had a few good days. And then he goes out there in the preseason game and absolutely bombs it. Josh, I love you, man. I'm still going to hold that. I predicted that the Packers would draft you way back 6 months before the draft. I'm going to hold that on for the rest of my life. But, man, you got to figure it out. Or else Jair and MVS are really going to be carrying the legacy of this 2018 draft class on their back. My second winner for the night is cornerback Kabion Into. He had that interception at the end of the half after the Packers offense turned it over. He's had a really good camp. It's still going to be a long shot for him to make the roster, but I do think he has the best chance outside of, obviously they're keeping Jair, Kevin Keene, Eric Stokes, Josh Jackson maybe, but Kapion has a decent shot. I know I just said a long shot, but I guess I do think he has a decent shot at making this 53-man roster. He will, without a doubt, make the practice squad with how much the Packers have shown and appreciated him. Finally, my second loser is directly correlated with Devin Funchess' big game last night, and that is Juwann Winfree, the undrafted free agent wide receiver last year from Colorado. He's been having a really good camp, made the most of his opportunities all of the offseason program this year and in 2020 when he wasn't dealing with his injury. So he is unfortunately injured again. He got injured, I believe it was either at family night or practice sometime last week. So he did not practice at all this week, giving Devin Funchess even more snaps. And you've probably heard it at least once, probably more than that, about the wide receiver competition. I don't need to tell you which five are locked in, and then really the Packers probably looking for who else can add to their team, and if they're even going to add a sixth wide receiver at all. But Juwann Winfree, Devin Funchess not only getting more opportunities, making some more plays, really not the best situation for him. I still think he can make the roster. I'd be very shocked if they keep seven, though, both Devin and Juwann. He, without a doubt, make the practice squad, but we'll see what the coaches thought of the practices he's compiled up over these past few weeks at camp. But that's all I got for you today. Let me know all of your thoughts on last night's preseason game, Week 1 against the Houston Texans. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can follow us on all the social medias as the same name as this YouTube channel, at Underage Packers. Cannot thank you all enough for watching, and I'll see you later. As always, go Pack Go.